Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson. We hear about it all the time. It makes the world go round. It's worth $1 million smile. We're always talking about money. But do we really know how to manage it? I can honestly say I, for one, do not. However, thanks to the Washington-Centerville Public Library, there's a whole series of programs for folks of all ages to learn how to get control of money. And here to tell us more is Becky, Camillus, and Shelly, Peresie, both from the Centerville Library. And ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And so when I say money is a huge topic, it really is, and it affects all age groups, right?
It really does.
How did you all decide that money was going to be something that the library would focus on this fall?
Well, this came about through a grant from the American Library Association and something called FINRA, which is the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. They offer a grant every year to libraries to specifically do money-related programs. So we applied for the grants a couple years ago and won it and did some programs for adults.
Okay, and I recall those, yeah.
Yes, and this time it came around and we decided we would apply again and this time focus on children and teens. So we applied and we were awarded the top amount of the grant, which is $100,000.
Wow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, so we decided we would do an exhibit created with the help of the Boonshoft Museum to help kids and teens and their parents learn more about money, and specifically to help parents know how to talk to their kids about money.
Because we really don't learn that. I mean, there are so many things that we teach our kids or that we're taught as children, but we don't really talk about money and how to manage it and what to do with it. And you all have so many great programs, and I know the interactive display is up and running. And by the way, this is at the Centerville Library, right?
Centerville.
Which is on West Spring Valley Road. And we'll show you some photos here of some people who are already enjoying the interactive. But you can go at any time during library hours, and you don't have to sign up to do this part, right?
You just walk right up. And
so what are we seeing here then?
So this is our 3 to 5 year old age group panel. Right there you see a little boy. He's doing our matching game where he's matching coins and bills with the correct denomination.
Okay.
So that's on one side, and on the other side of the panel, it shows how much kids can save if they get allowance and they save it over those years. This is our 6 to 10 year old panel. Okay. On there we have another matching game where they match a bunch of bills and coins to the amount, and then there's also an iPad on there with several financial literacy games that kids can play, and as you can tell, that is a big hit with the little ones. They see the iPod and they come running.
Oh yeah, when you walk into the library, this is to the room to the left, right?
To the left, and it's
area.
in the children's room, and you can't miss it when you walk in the doors to the children's room. It's all right there.
And those iPads were donated by the Friends of the Washington-Centerville Public Library, so we paid for those with that money.
Okay, this is a great headline too, turning kids into great money managers, because you really have to start young. And so this is another game?
This is the first one we saw on the 3 to 5 year old. And on each of the kids, you can see there's some writing, and it gives some idea of what children that age should know. So for instance, on the 3 to 5 year old, it says, kids need to know that money is used to buy things. They need money to buy things. On the 6 to 10 panel, it says you should compare prices of things before buying something. So don't just go for the first thing you find. Actually compare.
A lot of good lessons.
So it has good tips on there for parents and kids.
And this is the 11 to 13 panel, and this has a would you rather game. That's that top one where they can make a choice. So it's would you rather buy your lunch once a week or bring your lunch from home?
And dilemmas you have to make.
Exactly.
Tells you how much you save if you bring your lunch. And then the bottom one is kind of a guess the price game. So we've got a laptop, a cell phone, a video game system, and a library card a library card or something from the library, and it tells you, match them to what price you think.
And we have to say this, library is free.
Yes,
so that is
exactly.
the best price, that you can get all of this education and entertainment, obviously, going through these. And this is what it looks like a little bit older teen?
This is the 14 to 18 panel, and that again has an iPad on it with some financial related games. And the bottom is a college comparison chart, so it kind of goes through, here's the average price of a private school, a public school, out of state or in state, and then it takes into account, tuition, room and board, how much you're going to spend for books, how much financial assistance you can expect to receive, and you kind of slide those over, and there's a calculator app on the iPad above, and then you can add it up and see, okay, how much will college end up costing me? All of the tips that are on the silhouettes on the exhibit are from a website called moneyasyougrow.org. Which gives great advice for parents on how to talk to their kids about money.
Did you all design these boards and come up with these activities?
We did, yeah.
Wow,
we worked
very
with
impressed
to tell them kind of how we want it to look, and they
So you
put
won't
it
see
together.
this anywhere else other than the Centerville Library and the Boone Shop.
Correct,
eventually, right?
correct,
Wow,
yes.
that's phenomenal.
And the library's graphic designer really helped come up with some of these concepts, and did a
So,
great
so
job.
for these things, you can go at any time during library hours, kind of go through self-guided on your own to do these things, but there are also some other programs as well, right?
Right. We have programs for kids. First of all, I wanted to mention we have these Money Smarts Brary bags.
So cute,
Brary
yeah.
bags are something we have had at the library for a few years. And most of the Brary bags, the general ones, just have a theme to them. We have them for babies, toddlers, preschoolers, and kindergartners. They have a theme. And these Money Smarts Brary bags have the financial literacy theme. So we have these for preschoolers and kindergartners. Each one is either on shopping, counting, or money. And the inside the bag, there are 3 books related to that theme. This one is a kindergarten shopping bag. So each one has 3 books that are related to that theme, and then a tip sheet.
I love the title of that.
I know.
It used to be Rich last night.
Not anymore, sorry, Alexander.
Hey, I feel his pain.
I know. And then we also give a little tip sheet to
phenomenal.
parents
That's so
with
great.
more activities that they can do with their children and that sort of thing, where they can go for more information. And then some sort of toy or manipulative. This one has a little shopping game with it called Gone Shopping, and so the kids who check this out can take it home and play it with their parents, and that kind of sparks conversation too, conversations that they probably maybe wouldn't have otherwise. Shelly, I think just check this one out.
Yes, I checked this out for my 4-year-old, and he loved it.
Yeah.
So.
And so you check out the whole bag.
Yep, and it checks out like a book for 3 weeks, and you
get 3
have it.
weeks to
Yeah,
have it.
so you really can take your time and start those conversations. And Shelly was saying we brought this one today because it was the only one that's left. We have 6 of these at Centerville, 6 of them at Woodburn, and this was the only one that was checked in right now. So all of these bags are being used. And
Now, is
so
this
it's
like, could you get on the hold list for these bags as well?
mhm,
Okay.
Yeah, you can put these on hold too.
So if you're interested in something like that, you probably want to start making sure you're on hold.
Yes.
Obviously, it's very popular.
Yeah, so that's been exciting to see these so well received.
And then you go to the next grade, I guess, or age level, and you also have programs where kids can come to the library for
Yes,
programs, right?
we have a children's program coming up on November 2nd. It's called Money Makers. And I believe that runs from
It's from 7 to 8 p.m.
p.m. And it's kind of going to be an activity for parents and kids to do together. So some of the things they're going to do, they're going to be able to make their own piggy bank there. There's going to be some kind of
Design their own money.
yes, not real money.
Right. Unfortunately.
A money memory game. There's going to be some version of the shopping game that we just saw in the Brary bag there. So all sorts of different money-related activities
Now,
for kids
you need
and
to register in advance
No.
for that. You do not.
No registration.
Okay, so give us the date and time
Just
again.
open November 2nd, 7 to 8.
Okay.
At the Centerville Library.
At the Centerville Library. And we do have some photos of some other people who have kind of gone through and seen some of the exhibits, so we'll show that as well because we...
That's the back of one of the exhibits that shows that savings chart. Oh, there's also, you see, a take-home activity on there. Each of the panels will have a take-home sheet
Nice.
that has an additional activity and some more in-depth tips.
Yeah,
of
one side has
things.
information for parents and the kids, and the other side has an activity.
I think a key word too is for parents, because even though kids are going to go through this, you were saying you need
Right.
to open up that discussion and really talk about how money works and how we keep it or lose
It's
it.
been
or
really neat to see, especially the little kids who maybe have never even really seen money because people are
Yeah.
using credit cards and
Right.
stuff all the time.
Right.
So parents are showing them the different coins and bills and talking to them. It's been really neat to see that conversation at the library when
And
they're
no matter
looking
what,
at
we
these
have to
exhibits.
understand its use and what it's
Right,
good for.
exactly,
As well.
exactly.
And then I think, now
Yep.
we all know this game, right?
This is Life. We just had a teen money-related program this past Friday at the Centerville Library, and that was an after-hours teen game night. So the teens were in the library from 7 to 9 p.m., and this is one of the activities. There were some financial-related board games, but there were also several other things that they did.
Because you have totally Teen Tuesdays
We do.
and various teen events.
We
So this is
do.
a good chance to get your kid back into the
Yes.
library.
This picture, they did kind of a shopping spree where there were pictures of different items in the aisles, and they had to try to pick which ones they thought were the most expensive. And then we had another game that was a kind of a wheel of life, I guess you would call it, where they spun it, and depending on which color they landed on, they'd get a card. If they landed on the red, that was money they had to pay. If they landed on the green, that was a windfall, so they could kind of see stuff happens in
Yeah,
life.
right.
Unfortunately, the windfall space is a lot smaller
Yes.
than the you have to pay.
But for
space,
events like
but-
this, is this the same kind of thing where you can just show up, or do you need to pre-register?
This was a registration
Okay.
program, and we actually, registration was full. We registered 30, and we had about 25 of the 30 show up.
And so the
for
good
the
place to
program.
go for registration would be on the library's
On the library's
website.
website.
wwc.library.info.
Correct.
Really is a
Correct.
great place to go for information
Right,
about
and
all
on our
of this
calendar it
stuff.
has all of our events, and we'll be continuing with these Money Smarts events through
The end of 2016.
the end of 2016.
so
So
it's
even
a
though we're
year-long
starting to,
program.
Correct.
right,
Okay.
a little more than a year. So yeah, we'll continue with the Kids and Teens program, alternating months, and having Kids and Teens programs through the end of 2016.
But the actual interactive stuff will probably be there sometime through the fall, right?
Through late fall.
Through late fall. So you want to make sure that you stop by and check out some of those activities. I think it's really cool. I didn't realize that you all had designed that. So
Yeah.
that's really amazing. There's a lot of creative people over there at that library.
Exhibit designer.
It's really amazing. So is this program really then, as we were saying, for all kids, but really you're already seeing the benefits to, it seems like all ages coming through the exhibit.
We are. We've seen a lot of great interactions with parents and their kids at the exhibits. We just had a group this morning from Warren County. They have a class of older adults, ages 18 to 22, that are kind of transitioning to live on their own. They have some developmental issues, and they came and visited the exhibit this morning, and they have a whole money unit. So they wanted to come see the exhibit and do some activities related to that.
Well, and the exhibit doesn't just end. I mean, what's nice is
Correct.
you have take-home activities. You have an extensive list on the website
Yes.
of additional reference materials if people wanted to go find out more information.
Plus, the exhibit, once it leaves the Centerville Library, it's going to go to Boonshoft's Springfield location, the Boonshoft Museum Springfield location. Then from there, schools can actually get the exhibit at their school. So if it were an elementary school, they might just take one of the panels, the ages that of kids they have. But it's a traveling exhibit, so we can loan it out to different places who could use it.
So we want to make sure that you stop by. Now, the Woodburn Library still has all of the information that you can get, right? It's just the interactive stuff is at the Centerville Library.
Right,
So
correct.
Woodburn Library is on Far Hills Avenue, and of course the Centerville Library is on West Spring Valley Road, and you're open 7 days, right?
Right.
So you can stop by any day and check out your knowledge of money, which I think everybody could use an extra tip. Ooh, a little pun there, a little tip or two. But ladies, thank you so much for sharing this. And this Brary bag you can check out for 3 weeks. You have 3 at each library.
We have 6 at each library.
6 at each library.
3 kindergarten and 3 preschool.
So lots of good information. It's called Money Smarts. And again, go to wclibrary.info for more information. Anything else happening at the library that we should know about? All kinds of kids
Friends book
programs.
sale
Your
coming
friends.
up.
Guess what? We're going to be talking about that on our next show. But
Good.
yeah, lots of kids' books are for sale during that time.
Yeah, we have tons. We
Really?
always have tons. Yeah.
Another great way to bring your child into the library and make
Yeah.
sure you stop by and see the exhibit. Thanks for sharing the information. Thanks for watching. You can always visit us at centervilleohio.gov or call us 433-7151. We'll see you next time.